Okay, here we go. Part 2 of a live reaction of Sister Wives, Season 19, Episode 21, Land of Milk and Honey. There's so much going on here. We had to do 2 videos, so here we go. Okay, Meri is really wanting to try to heal this relationship with Robyn. Robyn's saying she's bashing her in public. And she's wondering if her and Robyn were ever really friends. No, Meri, she wanted to marry your husband. She became friends with you. And that's the part that frustrates me about the sister-wife relationship is, would you be friends with these people normally if you didn't want to marry their husband? No, probably not. And in fact, growing up, I know quite a few friends that we were friends and then they married the same husband and then they weren't friends after that, because it is very hard to truly, honestly be friends with a sister wife. You can have cordial relationships. There's ways that you are, but when someone is sleeping with your husband, that is really hard to maintain a relationship like that, or to maintain a sisterhood, if you will. So most of the time, in my experience, other women might have had different experiences. In my experience, which I have seen hundreds of sister-wife relationships, they are cordial enough to get along for the sake of the family, and that's it. Nothing more than that. And when the family does fall apart, they do not remain friends afterwards. And so Robyn is high in the night if she believes that her and Meri are going to be friends again. And Meri is wondering if they would have been friends outside of that. No, Meri's 10 years older than Robyn. They probably never would have been friends if Robyn didn't want to start sleeping with Meri's husband. Okay, they're making so much fun about Janelle finding another guy that has rock hard abs and nice pecs. According to Cody Brown, that's what she wants. Hilarious. I think that's so funny. Cody Brown is like the easiest guy on the planet to make fun of. Oh, poor Cody Brown. Oh my God. This guy is an idiot. So Janelle only saw him as a piece of meat and he had washboard abs. This guy is ridiculous. And he was just an item. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome to polygamy. That's how every single woman in this religion is treated. She's an item. She is a cow. She's a 10-cow wife. Women and children are owned in this religion. And now all of a sudden he doesn't like to be reduced to an item? Oh, please, you hypocritical little piece of, sorry, little excuse for a man. God. All right, we're at the dinner with Robyn, the kids, and Cody, and Brianna is basically making fun of them. Oh, we'd be foolish not to marry our soulmates after all the stuff you guys have put into it. Like, I question how much of this is real. It doesn't feel real. It feels really scripted or rehearsed or practiced, because how many times have we all heard Robyn saying to people, oh, you should have done that on camera. Oh, you should have saved that for the camera. They're always looking for opportunities to make video or, script, or what's the word that I'm thinking of, where they're trying to make opportunities for them to film something that is, important or huge event of some sort. My brain went blank, sorry, because I'm like so blown away by this scene. And so they're always trying to get the best content that they can. So how much of this is real and how much of this is scripted? I don't know any child who looks at their parents and is like, oh, I love your relationship so much. I just want to have children just like you. Kids don't do that to their parents. This is so scripted, it's unreal. And I love how Brianna gets super sarcastic about this in this scene. And basically, it feels to me like she's mocking them. But this is an over-the-top overkill, I feel like, on Cody and Robyn's part for content.
Well, and the kids don't come up with...
Okay, when I first started doing commentary on Sister Wives, I did a whole video about soulmates because of how toxic what Robyn said in season 1, like episode 2. She claimed that Cody was her soulmate, and I did a whole video on this probably, I don't know, 8 months ago. And I feel like they're backpedaling this now because it is so toxic for this. We'll go over this in our longer form video that we'll do on YouTube. But this is such a toxic term, and Robyn did this as a manipulative tactic to gain control over these wives right out of the gate. And that is exactly what I said in my other video. And now they're all backpedaling, going, yeah, you can't use that term in this religion because it's so hurtful to the other wives. And it is. So I hadn't done a lot of commentary on Sister Wives, But soulmate video that I did was one of the very first videos that we did talking about sister wives because of this exact reason. And now they're all publicly addressing it. So I think it's interesting to see how honest they're actually starting to be about certain things. Makes me wonder, do they watch our stuff? I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm the one who caused them to, or that we're the ones that caused them to talk about soulmates, but it's so toxic in this environment, and it elevates and creates hierarchy. And this whole religion is based on hierarchy anyways, but this creates a whole different level of hierarchy in these women, and you wonder why their relationships started falling apart. Robyn came right out of the gate swinging with a hierarchy level of, look how much better I am than you. Look how much higher I am than you. Look how much better my relationship, or more important my relationship with Cody is than yours. And so if you haven't seen that soulmate video, it is in my profile. Feel free to go check it out. I have been reposting it to my stories. I'll repost it to my stories again so you can see it again. But Robyn manipulated this family right out of the gate. She didn't waste any time setting herself in the highest of the hierarchy. And then she backpedals like, oh no, I used it one time and then I knew how wrong that word was to use. No, you got called out for using that word. You knew what you were doing. You got called out for using the word soulmate because you knew how toxic it was. So did she know how wrong that word was? Yeah, and she used it anyways.
And all of her kids know that she's using it. She didn't use it just once. She over told her children that she and Cody were soulmates.
Yep. So we'll go into that deeper on our longer form video, but that one just lights me up because once again, she's trying to change history. Like, no, I knew better. I just didn't realize how painful it was. So then I just didn't use it again. Bullshit. Then Cody asks the question, am I still valuable to her? These divorces, the way that this man talks in this, blows my mind. He's so past ridiculous. I can't even find words for it. But it does my heart. I never want to see somebody hurt, but it does my heart a little bit good when these men get a dose of their own medicine. And now these women stole part of his confidence. Has you lost your damn mind? What, you devalued these women for 20 years. What confidence did they have? They left the relationship with no confidence. And now all of a sudden this man gets a smidgen taste of his own medicine. And now he wonders if Robyn will still love him because he's a fool and he's vulnerable and these women stole his confidence. Are you shitting me? You piece of crap. You stole their confidence for 20 years and now you got a dose of your own medicine. Too freaking bad. This man is going to make my cynical side come out so hard. All right, I think it's funny that Madison calls out Cody Brown for not ever doing anything. This is really common in polygamy where these men talk a lot of talk and they don't do a lot of anything. It's the women who do all of the hard lifting and all the hard work. And then the children see this. But these men have images to uphold, so they portray themselves to be one way that they're not. And it's the children that will tend to call them out. So good on Maddie for calling Cody out on that. I sure wish Cody took as much pride in his other daughters as he does Robyn's daughters, and that's really hard to watch. I'm sure that's really hard for his other children to watch too. And so they do the cheers to Aurora, which is great. I love that he's so supportive of those girls. That's amazing. I just wish he loved his other children as much as he seems to love Robyn's children. And of course, we end the episode with Robyn saying if she wonders if having one wife will be enough for Cody, which takes the religion part out of it altogether. Like, that is one of the most shallow statements I've ever heard a polygamist make, is that will one wife be enough for this man? It's not about not supposed to be about how many wives you have. It's supposed to be about following God's law. And that takes all that out of there. And so obviously they've taken all of the religious aspect out of polygamy. For years now, they've taken that out of there, but that's just like more confirmation that they've taken it out of there. It's no longer about the religious aspect. It's more about the egotistical aspect of it for Cody. So if you haven't followed us on our YouTube, we're going to do a longer form video. The link is in my bio under my link tree. You'll find all the contacts to my other social media. We update Instagram more daily about our daily lives, and then YouTube's are more longer form. So follow us over there if you haven't followed us. Watch for this video because we're going to do a whole recap of the entire episodes. So see you soon.